So one question that comes up a lot is, with regard to resource capacity planning, is how many skills should I have in my skills database? So I've done a lot of things in my life, and one of the things I actually did back when I was at Oracle was to start to actually work with what should a skill database start to look like. For Oracle Consulting, we had 1,100 skills. Let me tell you, that is way, way too many. Also, that time, the Oracle HR system had 35. Way too few. So what really determines the number of skills? And the answer is going to be, you start out with basic forecasting skills. So what is that? First thing you start with, and depends on how your people think, you need to know the unit of skill that's going to allow you to do a high-level model of a work effort. So somebody says, I want to do a project to do X, Y, Z. What's it going to take? This is going to be a senior developer. If you've got a constant language or a single developer Java, maybe a UI person, a DBA, doesn't matter. Whatever list of skills that people commonly think of. Often those are real job titles. You start there when you start resource capacity planning, because that's the unit at which you do FTEs. So to start resource capacity planning, you're going to build, if you've got 100 people, you're going to put in 100 FTEs with those levels, because that's something everybody understands. The next level you get is, we'll call it medium skills. And this is where you actually have to break down and talk to your people. Oh, what a surprise. Because this is how they define themselves. And this says, I know Python. I know Ruby on Rails. Now, you may say, yeah, but Donna, I don't care about Python. I don't care about Ruby and Rails. And my answer is, today, you may not, but the people who work for you have those skills. You need to give them the opportunity to make you aware of them and to offer them up to you in your organization. I know organizations that never thought they'd be using it and later found a reason, and this was useful. This is a really important issue. We've talked before on the fact that we have a massive employee engagement problem. Believe it or not, a simple little thing like acknowledging people formally, and believe it or not, this is formal, for what they can do, starts to be important. Now, the next level is actually one of the fundamental things we always want to know is who knows what where. In today's multicultural world, one of the things we may want there are languages. You go, what does that got to do with software development? Well, how many people don't have a development team? I have friends with teams in Vietnam. I have friends with teams in India, all over the world. Knowledge of languages that people, I remember I'm there with a whole development team one night. It's 11:30. They don't speak English worth a darn. Productions come down and we're not communicating. Luckily, I was rescued by someone who did speak their language and decided it was probably time to come check in and make sure we were all doing fine. If I'd known who spoke their language, I could have picked up a phone and called and said, you know, can we do this over the phone? You never know where it is, but this starts to build up. You don't have to do this all at once. You know, nothing says this is all you need to start day one. This is where you start going once you've done this, because this is FTE. This is your real people. This is what we'll call organizational effectiveness. Okay, when we do this, there's a lot more that we can add on to this, but skills are going to serve as the basis for taking your resource capacity planning system into a true people capacity and start to provide opportunities for growth. Do you know what your people would like to learn? Do you know with technologies and where you're going to go? Take machine learning. Do you know who knows that? Some people could be taking classes at night and you don't even know. You have no mechanism for hearing it. These are user defined, which means you actually ask your people what it is. My experience of having done this is, while 1,100 skills was way too many, about 350 served as a good sort of let's hold to that number, let's see what's lacking, let's see what we have to move around. So that gives you some idea of what to do, and it also makes it, I hope makes it clear that you do not want to go out and do big bang all at once. That part of the trick here is building this up incrementally with the involvement of your people. So hopefully that explains it. Thank you.